Welcome to all. I am Dr. Kadam Asha from Department of Botany, Dada Patil Mahavidyalaya, Karjat. Today we learn about the next plant constituent, that is the plant organelle plasma membrane. We learn the morphology, chemical composition, ultrastructure and functions of plasma membrane. So, this plasma membrane is also called as the cell membrane, or it also called as the plasmolemma. Means plasma membrane having the next name also. Means another name also plasma membrane, that is the cell membrane and the plasmolemma. It is nothing but a biological membrane which are separating the interior of the cell from the outside to the environment. It appears in thin section with the electron microscope. Under the electron microscope, if we observe the plasma membrane, then it is a triple layer structure which having a 7.5 to 10 nanometer thickness. So, the plasma membrane term first time coined the Nageli and the Kramer in 1855 and plasmolemma coined by the Plough in 1931. So, plasma membrane having another name, that is a cell membrane or the plasmolemma. These are nothing but a biological membrane which are separating the interior of the cell from the outside to the environment. It appears very thin sections with the electron microscope as a triple layer structure which having a thickness that is the 7.5 to 10 nanometer. These term coined first time Nageli and Kramer in 1855. And the plasmolemma, these term first coined by Plough in 1931. So, look this diagram. In this diagram, we show that this plasma membrane is very flexible. Okay. So, plasma membrane is a flexible, and due to this flexibility, it allows a unicellular organism to move from one place to another place. Okay. Also, they change their form. For example, look, these are the example of a protist, that is the paramecium. Here, through these plasma membrane, these paramecium are moved from one form of or one place of a to another place. When we learn the chemical composition, that time we say that in the plasma membrane, the lipids, proteins, various enzymes and carbohydrates are present. First, we learn the lipids. Major, there are 4 types of lipids are present in the plasma membrane. That is the phospholipid, sphingolipids, glycolipids and the sterols. The sterols are present in the animal, that is the cholesterol, while as in the plant, the sterol that is present we call as the phytosterol. Phytos means plant, and in the plant those sterols are present that we call as the phytosterols. All of them are amphipathic in nature. We know that cholesterol is abundant in mammalian cell and is absent in the prokaryotic cells. Next, chemical composition is the protein. Plasma membrane contains about 50% protein. Amount and type is variable from cell to cell. Myelin cell contains about 25% protein. In the internal membrane of the chloroplast and the mitochondria, it contains the 50% protein. So, when we take the examples, then in the myelin cell, there are approximately 25% proteins are present, and in the chloroplast and mitochondria, 50% proteins are present. Proteins of plasma membranes are of 2 types. that is the ectoprotein and the endoprotein. So, plasma membrane contains the structural protein, transport protein and various enzymes. On the basis of the proteins which they play an important role or which role they perform, they having a different types. For example, those proteins they premark the structure of the plasma membrane or the cell that we called as the structural protein. Some proteins are important for the transportation of a foreign material inside and outside of the cells that we called as the transport proteins. And various enzymes are present in these plasma membrane, that is the acetyl phosphatase, acid phosphatase, ATPase, RNase, maltase, lactase and phospholipids. So, some proteins are also act as a receptor and these enzymes are also present in the plasma membrane which perform the different roles in different mechanisms. Next chemical composition is a carbohydrate. These carbohydrates are only present in the plasma membrane. Means another cell organelle carbohydrates are totally absent. Okay. These carbohydrates are present exterior in the form of a glycoproteins or the polar end of the phospholipids at the external surface of a plasma membrane. Next one is the phospholipids. Phospholipid molecule has a polar head and non-polar tail. The polar head is always charged and these are hydrophilic in nature. What is means by hydrophilic? Hydrophilic means water-loving molecules that we call as the hydrophilic, which are facing outward and contains the phosphate groups and the glycerol. Next end is the non-polar that we call as the non-polar tails. These are hydrophobic, means here they hating the water content. So hydrophobic means hating the water content, which are facing inwards and contains the fatty acid chain which are totally non-polar. So non-polar tail is hydrophobic in nature, means they are water hating inward. Facing the inward, which contains the two fatty acid chains. When these phospholipids are placed in water, they forming a spherical bilayer. When these phospholipids which are kept in the water, that time they forming the spherical bilayer structure. So here in this diagram we say that there are the polar head. These phospholipid having a polar head and this one showing the non-polar tail which contains the two fatty acid chains. This polar head is always water loving and this non-polar tail is a water hating. So next one is the membrane cholesterol. The amount of cholesterol may vary with the type of a membrane. The plasma membrane have nearly one cholesterol. In this diagram, we show that there are showing these cholesterol. So, plasma membrane have nearly one cholesterol per phospholipid molecule. Here, these diagram showing the proteins which are critical to the membrane functions, means the proteins which are perform their functions. So here these proteins they are play an important role in the framework of the structure and that's why these proteins we call as the structural proteins and they are critical functions or their functions in the membrane is structural support. Then some proteins. These proteins are recognizing some sites, and that's why here we call it as the recognition. Some proteins play an important role in the communication via different signals and messages, and some proteins also play an important role in the transportation inside the cell and outside the cell. Okay. Next is the structure of plasma membrane. When we observe under the electron microscope, that time we say that there are the two sides of the cells. This one is the outside and this one is the inside. Here different protein molecules, carbohydrate chains, lipid bilayer and the protein channels are present. So these are the different components of a plasma membranes, that is the phospholipids, this cholesterol content. These are the proteins. Some proteins are structural, some are recognizes the cells, some play an important role in the communication, like this. So these are the peripheral proteins and this one is the integral proteins. They attached to the cytoskeleton, and here there is the glycocalyx. Okay, so the membranes component of the plasma membrane, that is the phospholipid bilayer, cholesterol, proteins and the glycocalyx. Next, we enlisted the different functions of plasma membrane, that is the cell membrane. So, when we learn the different functions of this plasma membrane, then we know that plasma membrane is a semi-permeable which allows the material inside to the cell and outside the cell. Means plasma membrane is an organelle which permits the entry and exit of the cell. So due to these plasma membrane, the cells are intact. Means plasma membrane keeps a cell intact. It is a protective barrier. It regulates transport in and out of the cell. Selectively, these are the permeable small lipid molecules. For example, oxygen and carbon dioxide, they can easily pass through it. Also freely cross the membrane, but some ions and larger molecules, they are not soluble. They cannot cross the membrane without the assistance. These plasma membrane allows cell recognition. It provides the anchoring sites for the filament of the cytoskeleton. It also provides a binding sites for the enzymes, interlocking the surface which binds cells together, that we call as they act as a junction. Then these plasma membrane also contains the cytoplasm, means fluid in a cell. So these membrane consist of phospholipid bilayer. In these diagrams there are two layers of these phospholipids which combined with variety of proteins in a fluid mosaic arrangement. The surface of the cell membrane that are always hydrophilic, means they are water loving, and interior surface is always the hydrophobic, means they hating the water molecules. For the explanation of a structure of plasma membrane, different cytologists hypothesized different models regarding the structure of the plasma membrane. So let us consider the first model of the plasma membrane, that is Daniel and Dawson model. In 1935, Daniel and Dawson studied triglyceride lipid bilayer over a water surface. They found that they arranged themselves with the polar heads facing the outwards. It always forms droplet, that is the oil in water, and the surface tensions odds much higher than that of the cell. And that Daniel-Darson model then called as the sandwich model. Look, in these diagrams, there are some space inside these bilayer, okay, where we called as the polar pore. These are the protein coat. These are the bilipid layer. And they say that due to these polar pore, these look like the sandwich, and that's why they call this model as a sandwich model. Next to this, Robertson's model. In 1965, Robertson noted the structure of membrane under the electron microscope. When they observed electron micrograph, that time they saw that there is no space for the pores in the electron micrograph. So he hypothesized that this model or this membrane is only look like the railway road track appearance. This membrane having no any space, or in that space no any pores are present when Robertson observed under the electron microscope. In that electron micrograph, there is no space for the pore. They are continuous and they having the appearance like the railway track. So, they came from the binding of osmium tetroxide to the proteins and polar groups of lipids. And so, they proposed that this one is the unit membrane hypothesis or unit membrane model. So, when Robertson studied this model, that time under the electron microscope they show that there is no any space for the pores, but this glycoprotein coat is continuous. They look like the railway track route, and there is a single unit membrane, and that's why Robertson called his model as a unit membrane model. Next to this fluid mosaic model, in 1972, Singer and Nicholson, they proposed this fluid mosaic model. According to them, the biological membranes can be considered as a two-dimensional liquids where all the lipids and the protein molecules, they are diffuses more or less freely. Singer studied phospholipid bilayers and found that they can be formed a flattened surface of a water with no any requirement for the protein coat. Means when they studied this plasma membrane, that time they saw that there is no any requirement for the protein coat. Only there are the flattened surface of a water. It occurs in the form of a globular proteins, and they is called as the fluid mosaic model, which one is a widely accepted model. So, look this diagram. According to fluid mosaic models, there are the peripheral proteins which are loosely attached to the integral proteins. These are the carbohydrate group of a glycoproteins. These also the carbohydrate group of a glycolipids. This is the external surface or extracellular surface of a membrane. These are the integral proteins which are tightly bound to the membrane. Next to these are these diagrams showing enlargement where the phospholipids heads face the aqueous intracellular and extracellular components. Here there is the cholesterol molecules which insert themselves into the lipid layer. These are the intracellular surface of a membrane, and these are the membrane splits into the layers in fringe fracture electron microscopy, and hence there is no any protein coat are found, and that's why they show that this one is only the outer surface and they are having it some globular proteins, and that's why they say that fluid mosaic model is accepted, most accepted, and nowadays also widely accepted model is the fluid mosaic model for the understanding the structure of a plasma membrane. These are some references of the plasma membranes which we are refer. Thank you.